What if I told you that your pain, your struggles, your failures, your deepest suffering is not just something to endure, but something to embrace? What if the very thing you fear the most is also the key to your transformation? That's exactly what Friedrich Nietzsche believed. In a world obsessed with comfort and ease, Nietzsche dared to suggest that suffering is not a curse, it's a gift. But how can suffering make us beautiful? Why did Nietzsche see hardship as essential for greatness? And what does that mean for us today, when comfort has never been more accessible, but true fulfillment feels further away than ever? Let's dive into Nietzsche's brutal, brilliant philosophy and find out why the struggle might just be the most beautiful thing about being human. To understand Nietzsche's love affair with suffering, we first need to understand his hatred of comfort. In his eyes, comfort was the enemy of growth. Modern society, with its endless pursuit of ease and pleasure, was, to Nietzsche, a breeding ground for mediocrity. Nietzsche believed that when we avoid discomfort, we avoid the very experiences that shape us. Comfort makes us complacent. It dulls our edges and keeps us from ever confronting our own potential. He saw the pursuit of happiness, at least the shallow, pleasure-based kind, as a distraction from a much deeper, more meaningful existence. In his book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Nietzsche introduces the concept of the last man, a creature who seeks nothing but comfort, safety, and convenience. The last man avoids pain at all costs, and in doing so, becomes small, uninspired, unchallenged, and ultimately insignificant. Sound familiar? But if avoiding suffering makes us weak, then facing it and embracing it is what makes us strong. For Nietzsche, pain was not just something to endure, it was something to harness. He believed that suffering forces us to confront our limitations and in doing so, push past them. It's through hardship that we grow. It's through struggle that we become powerful. Take the idea of the Übermensch, often translated as the Overman or Superman. This is Nietzsche's ideal human, a person who has overcome themselves, who has embraced suffering and used it to fuel their transformation. The Übermensch doesn't shy away from hardship. They seek it out. They know that pain is the fire in which greatness is forged. Nietzsche himself knew a thing or two about suffering. His life was marked by chronic illness, isolation, and heartbreak. And yet, he turned that suffering into some of the most powerful philosophy ever written. He didn't just write about embracing pain, he lived it. But why does suffering make us beautiful? Because beauty, in Nietzsche's eyes, isn't about perfection. It's about transformation. It's about taking the raw, painful parts of life and shaping them into something extraordinary. And that's only possible through struggle. One of Nietzsche's most famous ideas is the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. It's the idea that we shouldn't just accept the hardships life throws at us. We should love them. Every failure, every heartbreak, every moment of pain. These aren't obstacles, they're opportunities. Why? Because they shape us. Nietzsche believed that our goal in life should be to become who you are, to take the raw material of our experiences and forge them into something uniquely our own. And suffering is an essential part of that process. Think about the people you admire most. Are they people who've had easy lives? Or are they people who've faced adversity and come out stronger? The people who inspire us, the ones who show courage, wisdom, and depth, are almost always people who've suffered. Because suffering strips away our illusions. It forces us to confront our fears, our flaws, and our potential. And when we face that fire, we emerge transformed. So why does suffering make us beautiful? Because beauty, in Nietzsche's philosophy, isn't about ease. It's about effort. It's about the scars we earn through struggle and the strength we build through pain. Think of a piece of art that moves you, a song, a painting, a story. Chances are it wasn't created in a moment of ease. It was born from struggle, from heartbreak, from doubt, from the kind of suffering that forces you to dig deep and find something true. Nietzsche saw life as a kind of art. And just like any masterpiece, it requires effort. It requires sacrifice. It requires pain. But the result, a life of depth, of strength, of beauty, is worth it. In a world that tells you to avoid discomfort, Nietzsche offers a different message. Embrace it. Seek out the hard things. Face your fears, because it's only through struggle that you'll ever become who you're meant to be. So, why does suffering make you beautiful? Because suffering is the fire that forges you. It's the pressure that turns coal into diamonds. It's the struggle that shapes you into something extraordinary. Nietzsche's philosophy is a call to courage, a call to stop running from pain and start using it. Because when you embrace suffering, when you face it head-on and let it transform you, you become powerful, you become wise, you become beautiful. But more than that, you become you, the real you, the you that exists beyond fear and comfort. And that's a kind of beauty the world desperately needs. So the next time life gets hard, the next time you face pain, failure, or loss, remember Nietzsche's challenge. Don't run from it. Don't numb it. Step into the fire, because on the other side, something extraordinary is waiting. Thanks for listening.